Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of season 4 of the Journeyman. We, as of yet, don't know where we're destined to go, hence why the thumbnail still shows red balls on it. But you guys know or have voted definitively for a certain league. Your options were, of course, as per the vote in the last episode, stay at New York Red Bull, go to Denmark, Scotland, Belgium, Sweden, the Segunda Liga in Spain, the Second Division in France, Turkey, Austria, or Serie B in Italy. We're asking the question behind, who are we going to, or where are we going as well? And first off, we need to know the where before we know the who. And the where is Scotland. Definitively, quite a jump, actually. Really big jump. Very close between Serie B, Turkey and Belgium, with the Spanish Segunda Liga not that far behind as well, to be fair. Denmark, Sweden and Austria all locked on 64 votes apiece, but I think that's rather definitive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to Europe. Well, I think actually we were headed to Europe anyway, weren't we? We were headed to Europe anyway. We are headed to Scotland. Now, of course, we won't be managing either Celtic nor Rangers in this first Scottish stint. However, depending on what happens in this first Scottish stint, we may well move from insert Scottish side to Celtic or Rangers, or we may well move from insert Scottish side to insert side in another nation and come back to Scotland later down the line, depending on how things transpire, of course. So currently, we're still in New York, but now we need to head to Scotland. But the question is, which Scottish team are we going to? And one imagines that first and second is Celtic and Rangers, and one has imagined correctly. Rangers flying, actually. 11 points clear at the top of the table after 16 games, unbeaten. Of course, they're nearly halfway through their season, because in Major League Soccer, we've done a calendar year. So we've gone kind of February, March to October, November, whereas obviously we'll be jumping in mid-season to a regular, more familiar European August to May calendar season. So we'll be going to anyone from Hearts down, basically. Hearts, Aberdeen, St Mirren, Dundee FC, Kilmarnock, St Johnstone, Motherwell, Dundee United, Hibernian or Ross County. And for the first time, we will be doing an elimination wheel vote. So the one it first lands on is not who we shall manage. The one it first lands on shall be removed. So, for the first time ever, an elimination, where are we going? And we will not be going to Motherwell. Ready? It's near you, pal. Get out. Get to fuck. Motherwell gone. We spin again. It's not Motherwell. It's not St Mirren. Apparently I'm not allowed to go anywhere with an M in it. St Mirren and Motherwell gone. We are down to just 8. It will not be third placed Hearts. It's near them. Get out, Hearts. Hearts of Midlothian, gone. It's not Hearts. So Aberdeen are the highest side we could potentially manage. It's not going to be Dundee United. We could yet still end up at one of the Dundee sides. We could yet still end up at one of the Edinburgh sides if it lands on Hibernian. Ultimately, if they don't get knocked out, we will not be going to St Johnstone. And we're down to 5. So it's getting nervy now. Bottom of the table, Ross County is still there. We will not be going to 4th placed Aberdeen. This is going to be the probable first massive challenge of our career. Dundee FC, Hibernian, Kilmarnock and Ross County. Let's remind you of the league table as we head into these final few. In the SPL, at the bottom of the table, Ross County 12th, Hibernian 11th, both still potential options. Dundee FC in 6th and Kilmarnock in 7th. It's 6th or 7th, or 11th or 12th for us. We might yet be going to bottom of the table. We've done that before with New York Red Bull. We will not be going to Hibernian. We're not destined for Edinburgh. The capital is not where we're going. But we could yet be going to bottom of the table Ross County. We're not going to Kilmarnock. It is either bottom of the table Ross County or halfway up the table Dundee FC. Whoever this doesn't land on is where we're going. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. We will not be managing Ross County. We are destined for Dundee. For the blue half, rather handily because it's ended in blue, the blue half of Dundee. Dundee FC is our destination. We will join the 6th placed side that currently look indifferent. 5 wins, 5 defeats, 19 goals scored, 19 goals conceded, goal difference of 0. Twice as many points as those at the bottom, half as many points as those at the top. That's our challenge. Dundee FC, here we come. Oh my God, my first game is the Dundee Derby. You couldn't have scripted that. That's ridiculous. What are our board objectives then here at Dundee? The board would like us to finish mid-table well. Currently couldn't be more mid-table in 6th. Reach the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. And that's it. All right. That sounds pretty straightforward. Well, what do we have in the Youth Academy initially before we look at the first team squad? Hello, 77 to 94 potential rated, Esteban Larrauri. Well, you might be something special, lad. 15 years of age, only 5'4" at the minute. No play styles, unfortunately, but 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, poacher, and decent winger as well, supposedly. Oh, we might be onto a winner there. The rest look average. We might get something out of some, but certainly we know who to prioritise our youth setup on. So, what does the first team look like then here at Dundee? What are we dealing with? Only a small squad of 21 players. In goal, we have a number... Actually, no. Jesus Christ. It's a small squad of 21 players and 5 of them are bloody goalkeepers. John McCracken is our number 1 at 67 rated. Then there's Saad Al-Sheeb, a player for the history books, although he's 36, who presumably will be retiring soon. Trevor Carson at 62, 38 years of age, another player for the history books. Harrison Sharp, he's only 25. And then a 40-year-old, Adam Legsjins. What on earth? 38, 36, and 40. Christ. All right. You can let some of the oldies go, Dundee. It is allowed. So then, Shaughnessy is one of the go-to centre-backs. There's a lot of centre-backs. There's one full-back. All right, sick. Hello, Billy Cumetio. We have a 65 rated Joe Shaughnessy. We'll go to stats, actually. Or, sorry, attributes. So, he's 34 at 65. A 33-year-old Clark Robertson. A 31-year-old Viljar Helland Vivatna, who looks like he's probably going to be one of the best centre-backs. Jordan McGee, 66 rated, can play at right-back or CDM apparently, although looks very much like a centre-back judging by those stats. He's got good ball control and dribbling, which he doesn't really. Then Antonio Portales is the best centre-back at the club at 67 rated, 30 years of age, and certainly stands out. He can play at right-back as well, apparently, although power header and block says centre-back for me. Ryan Astley, never going to give you up. 66, 25 years of age, quite slow, but good in the air, good strength, and some of the best tackling we've seen. And then Billy Cumetio, centre-back or left-back, 6'5", centre-back. So the club need a left-back, very much so. Ethan Ingram is the only fullback, out-and-out fullback at the club. 23 years of age and looks all right. But certainly this side is well off the top two, isn't it? With regards to the midfield, well, it's a very central squad, isn't it? Christ. Mohamed Silla, 68 rated, 32-year-old CDM. Okay. Then we've got Scott Fraser, 31-year-old. Centre mid that looks quite the all-rounder. Indeed he is. Except he can't head, even though he's 6'1". Finley Robertson. Got a bit of pace about him. Could maybe play out wide. Ball control. Crossing's not great, though. Dribbling's okay. Short passing, 69. He's okay. He's all right. Lyle Cameron is the standout player at the club, evidently. Centre mid, Cam, right mid, and with pace as well. So, may well be utilised as a wide man with decent crossing and good passing. Not bad finishing as well, actually. Tiki-taka play style. Then there's Josh Mulligan, who again has some pace. He can play at right back, supposedly, so maybe there is a fullback still in here. He screams fullback to me with the decent tackling stats. I think we might well be changing Josh Mulligan to a fullback. Then just strikers. So there's strikers, centre mids and centre backs. What in the world is this squad? There's Curtis Main, 34-year-old, not very good. There's Simon Murray, 34-year-old, not very good, but at least has some pace to get in behind before probably shooting wide. And then Scott Tiffany, who's got some pace as well and some good agility before he gets in behind and hopefully shoots on target. So far this season, Tiffany is the top goal scorer. Murray, the second. And then we've got some goals from midfield as well. Creatively, Jordan McGee is the go-to. Where Murray has been setting them up just as regularly as he's been putting them away. What formation are they playing here then? A 5-back. Kumetia, they are playing at left-back. Unsurprisingly, playing a very central situation, but this is going to take some work, lads. This is going to take some work. 5 bloody goalkeepers. What's the previous manager been doing? This is a joke of a squad. We have a proper challenge on our hands here. We are in November, so we're not far from the January transfer window. How much money have I got to hopefully do something with? £1 million. Right. Our first genuine, proper challenge. This is going to be monstrously difficult. What have we let ourselves in for here, lads? What have we let ourselves in for here? I'm going to go and sort my team out. We're on match day against Dundee United, and then we shall travel to the other side of the city to go and play our local rivals in match day 1 of our time in the SPL. Drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss this one. Remember when I said the other side of the city? Turns out it's actually the other side of the street. They're that close to one another. This is Dundee FC. This is our ground. This is Dundee United's ground. This is where we're playing right now. That's where we'll be playing our next game. That's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous indeed. So the Dundee United side that we're playing against here in my first ever game in Scottish football, their only goalkeeper, a 58 rated David Richards. Then they have Ryan Strain, Vico Chiavelli, Ross Graham, Kevin Holt, and Max Lambie as a back 5 for them. David Babunski and Richard Obada as a midfield, Adada as a midfield 2 for them, with Kai Fotheringham, Tony Watt, and Christian Trapanovsky as the front 3. Got Lewis Molt, Ross Doherty, Jort van der Sande, Mashak Obiashioma, Declan Gallagher, and patron player Hazaruni alongside Robert Marianne Popescu, Will Ferry and Craig Sibold on the bench for them. My lineup looks like this. I'm going 5-3-2 rather than 5-2-3. Mainly because I don't have anything other than centre-backs, centre-mids and strikers, effectively. You saw my squad. Mulligan at left-back is not a full-back, but is the only other player that can play at full-back other than Ingram. So he's there. Dundee United's team are not too dissimilar from ours in terms of quality. I think most of the sides in the league are going to be about where we are. But obviously, top two are going to be a little bit better, aren't they? Yes. Well, let's start our time in Scotland as best as we possibly can. Portales and Silla. Robertson. Cameron is by far, on paper, the best player at the club. That would have been a hell of a way to start. Obviously, there's another Robertson who used to play in the orange of Dundee United. Now plays in the red. Volley. Oh, he's headed it! And the keeper's pushed it onto the bar. Tiffany could have given us a 1-0 lead inside 5 minutes or so. They might have a 1-0 lead inside 7 minutes or so. But McCracken keeps them out. Go on, big crack lad. Trapanovsky. Tony Watt. Well intercepted by Portales. And Cameron to Robertson. I have absolutely no idea if this Dundee FC side are going to be any good whatsoever without significant improvement. We're going to stick with this formation until the January transfer window because, quite frankly, I don't have the capability to use any other formation with the players that are available to me. So my hands are tied at the moment. We'll see how well it goes between now and our first opportunity with a transfer window to change things around. At the minute, this is going to be, I think, a very difficult opening spell to life north of the border for me. The false 9 striker sat a bit deeper, which is actually working quite nicely with the advance forward. Cameron will look for said advance forward and not find him. Can Silla get to that? He can. He's ended up on the floor in a heap. And now here come United again. Trapanovsky and Barunsky. Uh-oh. Trapanovsky! Good save, McCracken. McCracken is saving my Kraken at the minute. And Trapanovsky will deliver for Dundee United, as they continue to put us under immense pressure. Ingram with a headed clearance off the line. That's the closest either side have come to a goal. Outside of Tiffany hitting the woodwork. Cameron, nice sharp turn. Is that a foul, ref? I thought so. That definitely is. That would be a yellow card for me then. Strain. Robertson in the way. Strain will try again. And succeed. And Fotheringham. Oh! Past the post from the young man. It kind of has been all United so far, isn't it? Other than our one attempt earlier that was tipped onto the bar. Haven't really had the chance. Might do now, though. Cameron. Oh, so good. Tiffany. There you go. 1-0 to the away side. First goal in Scotland is a goal for, not a goal against. Welcome to the SPL. Right interception by Mulligan. Cameron. And he's making runs there, Tiffany. We have our first hero in Scottish football. Scott Tiffany. I think it's Scott Tiffany. Or Scott, the first name of the other striker. He might have been Scott Murray. I remember what Tiffany's first name was. Tiff, what's your first name, pal? No, it's Scott Tiffany. It's Simon Murray and Scott Tiffany. Scott Tiffany with 2 goals in 4 minutes. Look at the match events. 2 goals in 3 minutes to give us a 2-0 lead away from home at the other end of the street. This really would be a hell of a start to Scottish football. Well, despite heavy Dundee United dominance, just edging possession more than 3 times the chances, or about 3 times the chances as we've had. We have twice as many goals as they do. Not that you can times anything by 0, but they've got none and we've got 2, so we'll stick with it. Would be a great way to start life in the division, life in the country, life as manager of this specific football club as well. Winning this fixture could certainly allow us, with the fans, a little bit of leeway when it comes to any potential slip-ups later down the line or drops in form. Because I'm sure they'll love us after this. At least for now, anyway. Simon Murray, dip! It did, but too late. Let's ball into the channel. Tony Watt. Babunski. Oh, and to Trapanovsky. Home-sider back in it. It's 2-1. United pull one back. It's Tony Watt. Trapanovsky's already got one. Might have an assist now. He does. It's 2-2. Dundee United dominated the first half, couldn't score. Dundee United dominate the second half, can score. Put it back. Edge of the box. It's Fraser, just off the bench. Fraser still got pen, surely. Ludicrous. You've just come from 2-0 down to 2-2, and you go and make a challenge like that. That's a proper local derby lunge, isn't it? Outrageous. It's not Murray, I'm sorry. Tiffany's got to take this one. Only got 54 pens, but he's on a hat-trick. Just give me bloody Murray again, because they made a change. Tiffany, please. Tiffany. Oh, my God. Tiffany from the spot. Hat-trick. Shh. Shh. 3-2 to the away side. Hat-trick for Tiffany. So I said, what about hat-trick for Tiffany? It's Ferry. Oh, great ball around the corner. Keeper's going to come and get there. John McCracken filling the gaps at the back. Mulligan now on the break. Challenge from Ferry. Oh, they've given it away again. And Mulligan's just... Holy moly. This is getting feisty, ladies and gentlemen. Now we've a proper derby on our hands. Steps away. Fraser. Murray. I was hoping the keeper would dive over the top of it and I could squeeze it under him. Unable to do so. Good header by Portales, that though. Mulligan will look to get away. Mulls. Murray. Tiff. Great ball out to Mulls again. Mulligan into the middle. Can I knock that back to Silla? We can. The volley isn't bad, but it is wide. Babunski loses it to Portales. And that might be all she wrote. 3 minutes added on. Just going to try my best to play it about. The thing is, I don't really know where anyone's going to be at any real moment because I'm not used to this formation. Murray. Tiff in the box looking to get away. Wasting time at a very minimum. Very nearly. Want it back there with a chance to score another. Fraser. Oh, the arriving runner Mulligan can't be found, but that'll be game, surely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scotland. If every game is as entertaining and as drama-filled as that, we're in for another stunning, entertaining season. We loved our time in Australia. We enjoyed China. America was good fun. Scotland started well too. Bit more of a challenge to win the league here, though, isn't there, really? Just a teeny one. Local derbies, however, easy as. Well, that result keeps Dundee FC in 6th in the division. We have positive goal difference of 1 now. Rangers are a little way away still. Quite a way away still. 14 wins in 16 games. I think that was a game in hand, actually, for Dundee FC there against Dundee United. And, well, solidly mid-table at the minute. Bottom of the top half, which is key for the second phase. The second in Scotland, it's done in 2 stages, just like it is in places like Belgium, etc. So you've got the first stage, which is a full table, then it splits top half and bottom half. And we hope to be in the top half at the very least to challenge for some sort of European competition. But obviously, long way to go before we think about that at this stage. Are we still in the Scottish Cup? We are. We've got Hearts of Midlothian, but we're still in the Scottish Cup for the time being. So we'll be very, very happy indeed with that. And, well, seemingly, not many. Well, I guess it can only be the amount of teams that are in the division, aren't there? Because it's not got more than 1 league. So we stand a great chance of winning the Cup as well. All we've got to do is win 3 or 4 games. And you stand a chance of winning the Cup in Scotland too. Well, that's all for episode 1 of season 4. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me against Rangers next time out away from home at Ibrox. That'll be worth watching. I'll see you then.